Before sending these off, I wanted to give fans a closer look at the posters I was working on for the voice actors recently. This one's for Paul Eiding, the original voice of Perceptor. And it's signed by a bunch of my friends. Little messages. I'll be posting this online too. And there's messages on the back side too, to Paul. They're almost like little yearbooks, with fans saying how much they appreciated all the work the voice actors did. And then I'll be sending off Corey's this week. I could have picked up a Shockwave, but personally, I've always liked Braun a lot. And I'm a huge fan of Sunstreaker, but I couldn't find anything with Sunstreaker on it. And on the back is all the autographs. I also mentioned that Corey had kitty cats, so a lot of my friends that posted messages on here would draw little kitty cats on there, like the little Shockwave kitty that my friend Crystal drew. And then this is the one I posted and shared a while back. This is to Wally Burr. I got a few more autographs on here since last I showed this. Fans just showing their appreciation. My parents even signed these because a lot of times they'd end up watching the episodes with me. And this one here is from Michael Bell. And you flip it over and all the little signatures and notes from fans are on there. Jack Angel, known for many of his characters such as Astro Train, Smokescreen, Omega Supreme, and Ramjet. Did a huge amount. On all of these notes, too, that the fans leave, they don't only just speak of the character that's on the front side of this. Like Michael's, they've mentioned Duke many times, and Voltron. So they mention anything that they remember whenever they sign these. And this one here's for Frank. Kitty cats leave their hairs on my bed. Hopefully whenever I send these off, though, I'm able to get all the kitty furs that might get stuck on it from the bed. So if the voice actors write me back and say, hey, I got a cat fur on my thing, it's like, I know who did it. This one here is for Gregg Berger. Grimlock. Signatures from the fans saying thank you for all his hard work, just like the others. And this one's for John Stephenson. Such a sweetie. John was also Tony's favorite character's Huffer's voice. So he's been a huge fan of Huffer. And I talked to my one friend Nick into posting this one. Says, Thundercracker, you're fired, aka Mr. Slate. Because for those that don't know, John Stephenson was Mr. Slate on the Flintstones for many years. And then this is for Dan. And for those that will be following the future blogs and pieces that I've wrote, he's writing a book called Bumblebee and Me, which will be out soon. I just stick with the front side of this one. Fans went crazy on the front, so I left it front-wise. And this one here, with the steady cling, is Neil Ross's. I noticed a lot of times people would comment on Neil's about Shipwreck, especially the Joe fans. But he did many Transformer characters too. It wasn't just G.I. Joe. And then on the back, get that straightened out. You may ask about the Decepticon insignia, but we're going to say that's for his Hook, because Hook's so amazing. Honestly, though, there are a few little marks on these posters, because besides nightclubs and a lot of other places, this is the Constructicons. Besides nightclubs and buffets that I met up with fans, a lot of times they'd toss them around, like signing them, and I'd find something later and go, oh no, and then I'd have to clean it up as best I could. They look really nice now, but there was a few oopsies. And even with Wally Burr's, I had it at a nightclub, and vodka spilled across the table, and I was like, oh no, just what I don't need. So if he smells, and it smells a little bit like vodka, that's why. And this is a poster dedicated to all the voice actors, including Don, that's no longer with us. That these are messages from the fans saying how much they appreciated their work and dedication to these characters. On this poster here, since I couldn't send an original copy to all the actors like Frank, Neil, and Michael, Gregg, I'm just sending copies so they can see all the little messages that fans left to them for all their hard work. This is beautiful artwork too. This is done by one of my friends that he's one of the main BotCon guys. His name's Dan, and he's been going to BotCon for years. And I bought all this art off of him. And then I bought the frames separately, and it's just been a real task getting this all together, but I think it's going to be well worth it once the voice actors get this. And this is the Dinobots here, and you flip it over, and the fans are leaving messages to all the voice actors, which include Michael, Gregg, and Frank again. No, wait a minute, Frank wasn't a Dinobot. I gotta remember all this. It was Gregg, Michael, Neil, and I'm going to have to ask Tony. He knows all these a lot better than me. But I know it was Michael, Gregg, and Neil for sure. And if I'm missing one, everybody can get on to me later. I'm getting old. I'm an old timer. But these are the Dinobots. And I'm pretty sure Frank was one of them too, but I'm going to ask Tony. He would know more than I do. And for those fans that want to get on to me later, go ahead. I give you permission. Until next time, this is Retro Screamer saying check out these posters. They're pretty cool.